What if you're soldering something and you put a bunch of wires into a circuit board and you do it wrong and you have to remove those and like there's still stuff in the holes and you gotta suck it out? You're gonna need a special little tool and I'm gonna show you how to use it right now. What's up guys, I'm Chris from FlyRyde.com. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time on the channel and you wanna learn all about custom lighting, like what parts to use, how to install them, and why you should use those parts, start now by subscribing to the channel and don't forget to hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss any uploads. So I'm making some Ghozt sequence modules. I've got some lightning bolts and some taillights that are going to Israel, and they have to be finished up before I can get paid, and I really need to be paid. So check it out. I've got these wires that are for programming. This is a module that's gonna live inside the headlight, and so I wanna be able to make these external so that my guy can use the programming tool that I'll show you in a bit so that he can connect it to his computer, change the animations on the headlights, and it's simple because he has access to the module programming pins right here. So I was soldering those same pins on to this board and I did them backwards. Well, that's gonna be a problem because then he's gonna have to keep track of which one is which and flip the thing over. I don't want that, so I have to redo it. Now there's a bunch of little tiny holes that you can see right here, and they have solder in them. And it's not easy to get solder out of a hole that's already been filled up with solder, right? So I have this little tool, it's a little sucker. And basically what I'm gonna do is heat up the solder on one end, and I'm gonna push the button, and it's gonna suck out. So it's gonna suck that solder from being inside that hole up inside of this tool. It's not super easy to use. I wanted one of these for a long time and I didn't really know how to use them, and I still suck at it, but I'm gonna show you how I do it right now, and hopefully you can learn something, get a tool like this for yourself. I'll link it up in the description below so you can pick one up on Amazon relatively cheap, probably like less than 10 bucks for this thing. I'm gonna hit my plunger so that it's like cocked and loaded, and then what I need to do is I need to heat up the solder on each little hole that I want to do it on, but I need to heat it up from this side so that when I go to suck it out with this little tool, it does it right where I need it. All right, so I'm hoping that I got that about where it needs to be, and check it out, it sucked that solder right out. And I've got 3 more that I have to do. This is a game of patience right here, so I'm gonna keep it going. And I'm also going to try to do something so that this guy does not move so much. So it's my 4th hole down. Boom, got him. I don't know where all the solder's going, but it's not on here, so that's good. 5th one down. Didn't get him. Ooh, that one had a bunch of solder on there. Okay, so it looks like I gotta do that same one again. Come on, fool. Got him. And last one. Cool, we're all set. So, it's really not fun to have to do that. Ideally, you will never have to use this tool because you never make that mistake and plan things out the wrong way. I make mistakes all the time, so I'm somebody who needs stuff like this big time because there's no easy way that you can get the solder out because it's already, that whole circle is tinned all the way around it. So the solder just fills that hole, and then if I want to try to put this in again after I've already pulled it out of place, I'm kind of in trouble. Here's the thing. I don't even know if these are gonna fit back in the holes without completely cutting and stripping again, but I'm gonna try to do it. I'm not gonna make you watch that in regular motion and explain. We'll just time lapse it. But I do wanna talk about a couple other things coming up, including what this little ground strap is for and where this hat came from. Yo, if you thought this was cool, give me a like, that'd be dope. Okay, you know how I said I messed everything up? I totally did that upside down. At least the order of the wires is in the right pattern now, so it'll be exactly how it needs to be for my dude. It's just I'm gonna have wires wrapping from the bottom side of the circuit board instead of coming straight out of the top. Not a big deal, but I'm telling you, if you ever mess up, don't beat yourself up. As long as this stuff works and it's quality, then you're good to go. Don't worry about if you make a misstep or if you have to use a tool like the little solder sucker here. So let me tell you about this thing really quick. If you ever see this big white mat that I have here, my arm actually is attached to a wire that's going to this mat. So it's plugged into the wall, so I'm grounded to the wall. This is a grounding mat, and this is just what makes it to where anytime I'm working with delicate little electronics like this, my body is grounded so that I don't accidentally get like static shock and it mess up one of the components on here. It is super important. I will say I have messed up quite a few Ghozt boards back before I had a grounding mat, and my buddy Ruben just was not having it. He was just like, here, I'll bring you something from work so that you stop messing up your components. So yeah, you can get these things too. I'll find some on Amazon. I'll put them in my Amazon shop and I'll link them below in the description. Heck yeah. JDM LED Solutions in Brazil. Little jet tags, remove before bright. What a clever fella. Got some little air fresheners. Nice, nice. There's all his info. Yeah, buddy. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. My dude, Augusto, you're the man. He just sent me a bunch of cool stuff. This is one of my guys down in Brazil. He does custom lights. He's killing it down there. His work looks really, really well. I'm gonna link him up below in the description, put his Instagram, all that good stuff on there. But I'll tell you this, while I'm making these videos and I'm watching what people are doing with them, it's like the biggest compliment ever when I see people take work that I've done and then they remake that and they tag me in it and post and like, I don't know, give me love on Instagram or whatever. My dude does that so well. He even sent me a hat, he sent me stickers, like air fresheners, all sorts of cool stuff. So like big shout out to him because he's crushing it. I saw him do an Audi the other day, exactly like an Audi that I did like 8 years ago or something. And I don't know, that just feels kind of special for me to get to see other people replicate my work. So make sure you're sharing with me. If you've done some cool stuff because of a video that you watched of mine, dude, reach out, tell me about it, it'd be dope. Another cool thing, we just finished up shooting for the Sequential 101 course. I started talking about this on Instagram. We're gonna do something called Sequential Squad. That's gonna be a group of people that you pay for monthly access to be part of it. You'll get perks as time goes on and the longer that you stay in until you finally reach a certain point, and you'll have lifetime access to a bunch of cool stuff. Ask me more about that. I'll put some links below in the description. The next day. All right, it's a new day. I'm gonna take these things out of the mold. That was part of what I filmed for Sequential 101. I'm gonna pop these things out, take them into my office, and then I'm going to use this tool. Where did I put it? This guy. This is the programming tool that I bought for a customer so that he can do all the programming himself and change the modifications to the animations, like all that crazy stuff. So I'm gonna link this up below as well and test it. I wanna make sure that it's gonna work for him because I bought like the really expensive one a while back and that thing was only 18 bucks. So if it works, you'll find out about it right now. Just popped all these guys out of the molds. So I'm gonna use these pins right there and I'm gonna connect this tool with them. So I'm gonna open this up in a second, then take it into the office. This is the one that I said that I accidentally soldered the wires on the bottom. You can see they're just running out through the side, up to the top. That's not done properly, but at the same token, it's gonna work. It's totally safe, it's perfect. And then this is what it would have looked like if I did it the right way. So really not much of a difference. They're good to go for the lightning bolts. This is for the brake. This is for the brake. So I've got everything that I need to take in and program. Let's open this guy up. This is called a Picket 3, and it uses a free software from microchip.com. This is the actual tool itself. That is the Picket 3. It plugs in via USB on top, goes into the computer, and then on these little pins on the bottom, I can actually connect them directly. There's a little arrow that points down right there, and it needs to go to my first pin. So I can just slide them on like this, or you can also use the supplied little cable that comes with it, and it's got pins going into it. I can pull those out, and then now I can just connect directly to that. Just so that the tool's not in the way. The only thing that matters now is that this thing connects properly to the PC, and then I'm able to zap all of these with the new files that they need for the customer.
And then after that, I'll know that this works and the customer can use it to change it as often as he wants. So let's go into the office. I'm taking all my goodies here. I'm hoping that everything works perfect because this was only 18 bucks. I think I spent over 50 on mine a while back. So first, I'm just gonna disconnect a little twist tie, plug it into USB. I need to tell the tool here to power it. So it says power target circuit from tool. Click yes. Boom, programming complete, we did it. All right. We're looking good. Awesome.
That's it. I just want to share some of these awesome tools from Amazon with you, so I'll catch you on the next one.